Welcome everybody to another wonderful episode. The Virtual Mancave presents MLB with Nate the Great and the one and only model citizen Jay from around the way, yo. What's going on, family, man? How you feeling, Nate?
Not much, just chilling. How you doing?
Man, chilling, man. Another eventful, wonderful week. Summertime madness, But life is good, can't complain.
Right. Got So in honor of the fact that this is All-Star Weekend, I'm wearing an American League All-Star shirt from 2011 All-Star Game, which was by Alfonso Soriano of, you already know the team. From the boogie down, you already know who the team is. It's Alfonso Soriano jersey in reference for the 2011. One of unfortunately, this is, if I'm not mistaken, and I should know this, this is the World Series that this is the All-Star Game, unfortunately, that ended in no, I'm sorry, this is the 2002 All-Star Game. Sorry about that. 2002.
So that's how we show off.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give some love to the All-Star since I'm not at the All-Star Game. I'm not in Atlanta right now, so I can't make it out there. I'm gonna be watching it at home.
Yeah, you just got to start off the show talking about the Yankees, yo.
Well, I was more about talking about All-Star Weekend.
But I'm just saying, you talk about me and how I talk about the Mets. I don't think you low-key realize how much you talk about the Yankees, yo.
Not as much as you talk about the Mets.
No, I just think I'm more animated when I talk about the Mets than you are when you talk about the Yankees, and that is really the only difference, Nate. Because I'm starting to feel attacked when I talk about the amazing Mets. You know what I'm saying? Because you be talking about the Yankees a lot. Again, I'm just saying. We can run back a couple of shows.
First it's the Astros, now it's the Yankees, huh? Which one is it?
I mean, it's both. You are in Houston, so I guess you got to go for the home team. Even Unc heard it. Even Unc heard it, so it's not like I'm tripping.
No, Unc is shout out to Unc, but he's just letting old feelings get in the way about his hate for the Astros.
I mean, I understand that, but you was talking about that. Like, you ain't got to fix your brim. You good. We see you got the Yankees. You ain't got to see what I mean? You be low key. I'm going to start calling you out. You know what I'm saying? You good. You can show that we see the Yankee logo. You over there brimming it up and stuff. You're not playing right now, Nate. Like, you ain't got to sit there and adjust your hat, yo. But dang, we gonna talk about that later on in the show. But we always like to show, like to set off the show talking about the recap of games last week. So the first one we got, we're gonna play this little video right here.
Yeah. So before you play it, these two videos go hand in hand because this is the first time, and from when I was in Major League history, where we had two walk inside the park home runs on the same day. Now this is Oakland. This is the Athletics versus the Atlanta Braves, and this is Lawrence Butler of the Athletics hitting inside to start off the game.
Wow.
Believe it or not, Jenny, this is the youngest man in Major League Baseball.
Crazy is that Lawrence Butler wastes no time, swings at the first pitch. This one deep out to center field, and the berm. It's in play, and Lawrence heading to third. He's going to come home. Here's the throw. It's not going to be there in time. It is a home run. Lawrence Butler with it inside the Parker, and that's an exciting start for the Athletics, up 1-0.
Well, he's going to love that for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's a homer in the book. Number two, Lawrence Butler able to put on display some of the speed that he possesses. And I know there's a fella sitting opposite of him right now in that dugout on the first pitch. Fastball right over the heart of the plate.
Yo. He crushed that. Yo.
He definitely did. And I know he probably thought he hit it out. But the fact that he hustled out of the box, which is important. And he made an inside the park home run. That started the trend. That set the tone. But then I watched this game physically that same night. just so you know, these games happened on July 8th. That same night, I was watching the Philadelphia Phillies against the San Francisco Giants. To set the atmosphere, Philadelphia was up 3-1 on the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco had 2 runners on. Excuse me. Well, and Patrick Bailey comes up. Their catcher comes up to hit in the bottom of the 9th inning. They gets the video. This is what happens next. And unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you call always hustle, run it out. Because he definitely probably assumed that he hit it out the park. But at the same time, he still ran it all the way out and still got the home run that he wanted. He didn't get the home run that he thought he got, but he got the home run that he wanted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And as I was talking about that video, what I was giving the early summary of, this is the video. Is Jay, you pull up the video. This happened later that night and sent across the bay. Across the bay. That's the thing about it. Both of them happened in the Bay Area.
Wow.
One in Sacramento. Well, a little bit further up, Sacramento, but
a little bit by the line drive here across down. You see a little hesitation. But O'Neal Cruz gets to that ball and throws an absolute rocket strike to home plate.
How you get to that?
The speed and the accuracy.
What'd you say?
Hold on. You see a video after that? It's supposed to have been after Butler, another inside the park home run.
Let me see.
It should be right. It should have been right behind it. I think I sent both of them at the same time.
Those were the next 2 that I saw.
Oh, let me check.
Nah. But he did another one right back to back after that. So yeah, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, as well, we also have another podcast that we do tomorrow night on Saturdays. Please tap in, tune in. It's at 10:30. We got the whole crew. It is me, Model Citizen J from around the way. We got Leo, the superhero. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to say what you want to say, but you can't say because you might get blocked on social media. We got our good brother Arthur, Panamanian Professor, a.k.a. Luke Cage, because, you know what I'm saying, he's the personal fitness trainer. We got Unc, a.k.a. D. Rigger. We got Troy, the chef, you know what I'm saying, out there on holiday vacation right now. Hope he's enjoying himself. He might not be able to join us tomorrow because, he's living a good life. Brody worked hard and he deserved, you know what I'm saying, to kick back and relax, yo. And we also got the chef, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not the chef. We got the mayor, Corey. Sometimes he taps in and tunes in, you know what I'm saying? And, when he joins us, it's always be a wonderful, dope show. Stay tuned. We also have D. Rigger presents Moments with Unc. All right. That's every Monday at 9:30 p.m. Listen, the OG, sometimes he joins us, yo. His shows are entertaining, they fun, they are dynamic, yo. Listen, y'all, you need to join, subscribe, hit the YouTube channel, yo, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, hit the notification bell so that's where you can stay up to date on all the shows that we got going on. Because pretty soon, in about maybe 2 weeks, we're gonna have Arthur's show. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's the fitness guru, so he's gonna give you some at-home workouts that you can do because he does a lot of basement workouts and he stays fit. Because you can't make it to the gym. So if you can't make it to the gym and you need some advice, some guidance, a way to start your home exercise, your home gym, please, man. We'll let you know the date and the time, and of course, it'll be a wonderful episode, Joe. So yeah, Nate came back. He disappeared real fast, and I had to ad-lib for mad long. But this is what we do, yo. This is why I'm Model Citizen J. This is why I'm the host. This is why I could take a sip of juice right now because Nate is back.
It wasn't even that long, man.
Yeah, Nate is lying. He was going to November.
But yeah, I sent you a video. I sent you the video that should have been playing after that. I don't know. Maybe I didn't send it. I thought I did though.
Nah, you definitely didn't. But it's all right though. We forgive you.
I was setting up the intro, but either way, the video you sent, that was a great play by O'Neal Cruz, of the Pittsburgh Pirates, making the play at home on J.P. Crawford. I know we talked about O'Neal Cruz last week because he was He made that I mean, you remember Jay? He made that lackadaisical play in the outfield. We kind of just let the ball roll to the outfield. That's the same player.
A word. All right,
Yeah.
so this is the video that Nate did say that he sent, but he really didn't send, and he tried to blame production, but production had nothing to do with it. But here it goes right here, y'all.
I'll take the blame.
Nah,
This is Patrick Bailey's walk off. This is Patrick Bailey's walk off home run that same night of Lawrence Butler's inside the park.
Way out in the right field. It is off the bricks. This game is tied. Bailey's on the move. Bailey's on the move. And this game is over.
Well, let's take a look at it. I mean, he puts a charge into it, backspins, and takes out the right center field gap. It had the sound, but you never trust Triples Alley, and watch the bounce come off the carom. Right on the top of the wall, and kicks away from Marsh. And Patrick Bailey.
So that's how you do it.
And you walk it off. And where Patrick Bailey hit that home run at, where he hit that ball at the Giants Stadium, that's actually considered, it's called Triples Alley, because there's a strong possibility for you to hit a triple out there because of where it's located, and it can bounce either way off the wall. And as you see, it bounced off right at the top of the great part of that cement, and it bounced way back to center field, which allowed Patrick Bailey to score come around all the bases and score to win did the game-winning home run inside the park, 3-run home run at that. And as you can hear, if you heard the commentary from San Francisco commentary, they already had lost their voices already, so that's why he sounded the way he did.
Listen, the baseball gods were shining down them that night. Here goes another dope play. You know what I'm saying? Let us name this is from, Nate.
This one off the foot of Lance, and it's in the air. That might have been caught in the air.
That's an out. I'm hoping it got more shoe than it got Lance.
That was scary.
Came off the bat at 96.1 miles an hour.
This one off the foot of Lance, and it's in the air. That might have been caught in the air.
That's an out. I'm hoping it got.
Yeah, so that was from over the weekend when the Houston Astros swept the Los Angeles Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani hit a grounder off of Lance McCullers, the back of his foot, which popped up in the air, and as you can see, the play was made from second base to first. And it was a great play by the second baseman to stay with it, and McCullers continued on through the game. He doesn't have to take any time off, just one of the moments, in baseball, freak accident,
Did it it didn't injure him, did he?
No.
Oh, okay, he got lucky because that thing, boy, I mean, you hit that bush your ankle. If it hits you in your ankle, you're done.
I think it when it hit more the bottom of his cleat than it did around the ankle area.
Okay, I mean that's a good look right there because you pop that ankle, boy, you done 6 to 8 weeks. He old. He ain't young no more. So you gonna sit down for a while. But
it definitely causes a bruise. I've been hit. Me being hit with a baseball one time, you get hit in that bone area. Trust me, it doesn't feel good at all.
And a bone bruise take a long time to heal, yo.
Mm-hmm.
But let's look at this play right here. This shoestring catch into a double play.
Lined into left field, coming on is Bellinger, and he makes the play. He fires to first. Oh, what a double play by Bellinger!
This ball gets by you. You got a triple, but he makes a tremendous play and then looks up and realizes.
I already know what you're saying. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Every other play gets a replay, but this one doesn't get a replay. It gets cut short all of a sudden. Delusion, as we like to call it.
Are you going to give the recap about the play we just saw? Well, I could just go past.
So that was Cody Bellinger making a fantastic catch in the outfield and left field, making the catch and then doubling up Juan Soto at first base. I mean, from a hit by Juan Soto and doubling up at first base to make a double play for the Yankees, which they would hold on to win that game and salvage the Subway Series. The Mets did win the Subway Series, two games to one. The Mets and I will say in that game, just as a summary of that game, the ninth inning, the Mets there was some questionable calls by the umpire against the Mets that the umpire called some strikes that were clear balls, and it's just unfortunate that it still continues that these umpires are making really bad plays. I'm a Yankee fan all the way. Unlike some people, I can admit when things are wrong, and there were some plays against the pitches against the Mets that were just wrong. Like there was some pitches way out of the strike zone, and these umpires were still calling the strike. I guess the umpire had a tender date, or he might have had something lined up, and he ain't had no time to stay longer.
We're not gonna sit here and just try to throw me under the bus. I heard that little quick jab. I'm gonna let it slide though. Says the dude who started the show talking about the Yankees, but we're not gonna talk about that because we have another dope video that we're gonna show right now. What we got going on right here?
It's a rare occurrence. This one flared to third and a leaping grab by Smith. Oh man, what a play! Oh, yep, there to grab it.
Well, he got up. It looked like 1986. Is that Josh Spud Smith jumping?
Great play at shortstop by Josh Smith of the Texas Rangers.
Who won that? Who won that game?
Texas won that game.
All right, he earned his paycheck that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and as you can see, JC and CJ, that's what I'm talking about. That's when it's the hometowns. It's that team's broadcast, because you see how they was glazing that play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it's the home team. It's the team commentary. But nonetheless, a great play at short.
I mean, that's what you got to do, yo. They got to hype it up the home team, man. That's what they get paid for. Everybody trying to earn their check, yo. They're trying to come back next season. The contract year. But yeah, we got a dope play right here.
Martinez. Sterling drives one to left. Hit well. And it gone.
Play a little too much maybe of the palm of the glove. It looks like it actually, in an attempt to close it, catches that webbing and spits out.
Martinez.
Wow, he needs a friend, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of the play last year in Atlanta against Philly when he had the ball in his hand and his wrist hit the top of the wall, and then it went over the wall.
That's not a good look, man. If that happens to him a lot. If you said it, it happened last season, that's one too many times, yo. He might go, put him at shortstop, yo. He might be better at shortstop.
Oh no, that wasn't him, but it did happen to another player last year in the game against Philly and Atlanta.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't him.
Yeah, and in that case, when you saw it, the ball landed at the top of his glove, so he really hadn't had the security yet. And then with him, his impact colliding into the wall, his hand goes back. He don't have time to brace himself. Ball goes over.
That's why you need to do it too, yo. Break your back, yo. This is why you get paid millions of dollars, yo. Come on, kid. You got the best health coverage ever. I don't want to hear it, son. I don't want to hear it. You making excuses for him, bro. I'm
not making excuses for him, but if it hit the palm of his,
you like, yo, son. He was moving. The wind was blowing. There was a butterfly in the air, yo. Yeah. A ladybug landed on his shoulder, son. He went backwards. He tried to catch it. It hit the flap of his glove, and he was in the air. Come on, son. Nah, he a professional. He should have caught it. I'm hating. I'm salty because you put that Mets video up there. So somebody got to get the wrath of his hand right now.
Well, currently the Mets are up 1-0 in this top of the sixth inning against the Kansas City Royals. That make you feel better?
Well, I appreciate you showing some love to the Mets, yo. Thank you very much. Thank you. Because you do be hating on the Mets a lot. Every time I talk about the Mets, you be hating it when we got something something positive about the Mets, right? I noticed the tone in your voice always changes. It's like
It never does.
Nate, we got it on video, bro. We got it on video.
I'm always showing love.
Yeah, I know. That's what you say. That's what you call it.
Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way.
Shout out to Biggie or RIP. You know what I'm saying? But we're not doing that though, because you wasn't sure. You don't show love. But we're gonna show love to my man Alex right here though.
It is Alex Thomas of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Right center, Alex Thomas trying to chase it down. Corbin Carroll's there, and Alex got it. A sliding grab by Alex Thomas. Tatis off the bag, and he barely makes it back in time. What a catch by Alex Thomas. How did he get to?
If the other homie would have did that, he'd have been all right.
It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same play, the same trajectory or anything.
All I'm saying is that he made the play. He got to make the play.
I'm gonna get on him about that because he had to do a little slide. All he had to do was worry about sliding into the wall. He's up in the air when he's up in the air where he has no control out there with the Athletics in Sacramento. He's got no control over his body while he's in the air and slamming into a wall.
So you just said it's a little slide. Like you're just gonna disrespect what he did and call it a little slide.
Not like that, because no, get out of here. No, you ain't gonna do that to me because
that's what you said though. You said all he had to do was a little slide. That's wow.
No, he still had to stay with the ball, and he still had to stay with it. So he did a great job of keeping the ball, and keeping his eye on the ball while still watching out for the wall at the same time and watching out for his teammate.
You see how these Yankee fans do, y'all? You see these Yankee fans? They talk about he's not biased. I'm pulling his biased card, yo. But it's
I'm
okay.
definitely not biased. I didn't bring nothing up you can see about the Yankees in it. I just brought up. I'm trying to tell you how tough of a play that is for both of them. But you over there trying to say, oh, he should have caught it. Yeah, he going with full momentum into the wall, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you making it like he had the easier play.
All I'm saying is he a professional. He's been doing this his whole life. He should have made the play. That's all I'm saying. Because right now, my dude right here, he made the play. He made a lot of plays because this is what he's doing, yo. So we're just gonna watch this little highlight right here.
In the MLB, he can do things on a baseball diamond no other human can.
Ground ball to shortstop. Javi go to town. Javi Baez got his man.
He made the play.
In the MLB, he can do things on a baseball diamond no other human can.
Nate, it's something about when people slide. When you slide, you get it right, yo.
He couldn't slide.
Yeah.
So that was a great. To give shout out and kudos to Javier Baez, who's one of the all stars of I'll just have you play the clip. That's for Javier Baez, who is the all-star from the Detroit Tigers, who plays outfield. It was normally infield, but moved to outfield, but was playing shortstop at that time. And that was just a great play by Javier Baez, just letting them know that he can still do it in the infield.
I'm just saying though, it seemed like when everybody slide, it worked though. So maybe homie should have just, maybe ran a little bit more. He jumped too early or something. He did something wrong because he ain't make the play.
You're right, Jay. You're right.
I mean, I know I'm right. This is why I'm Jay. I'm glad we finally established this. But let's see what my man Miz got against Show round 2.
Sweet. Jammed 0-2. Foul.
Struck him out. Went back to the curveball. Or that. That's not a bad pitch.
Sweet.
So that was the pitch sequence between Jason Mazeroski, who is the young up-and-coming phenom for the Milwaukee Brewers, against, of course, Shohei Ohtani, who is one of the top elite players in the league, and they had a showdown. 8 pitches. Mazeroski won that battle, striking out Ohtani. Milwaukee did go on to win that game as Mazeroski did outpitched Clayton Kershaw in that game. It was a great battle. Looking forward to seeing them battle again later on in the season. Mazeroski is so far through 4 games. He's played really well. We'll see. Going forward how he handles the second half of the season. He just got called up back in June, so hopefully it's a bright future for this kid going forward for the Milwaukee Brewers. And maybe one of their aces to go along with Freddie Peralta that's currently with Milwaukee.
So he was down there in AAA and got called up.
Yeah.
All right, so he getting the check. My boy getting the check, getting to the bag. See, that boy hungry. See, listen. You know what happened, Nate? He had that pregame meal in the locker room with the fellas, right? And in AAA, they don't get that pre-meal game, the pregame meal, right? It's not as good. They get peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Over here, he was eating steak, hamburgers, French fries. Son was like, yo, listen, I'm about to pitch the best game in my life because I need the check. Yo, shout out to the homie, man. He did it for the check. I ain't even mad at him. You know what I mean? And these 2 guys right here, they playing for the check right now on this next play right here.
Swinging a shot back toward the wall, high and deep, and gone. Trevor Story with a 3-run homer. And the route is on once again at Fenway.
Let the whole video play out.
I'm gonna try though, for this,
Well, the difference, he's ending at bats early. He's getting a pitch to hit, and he's not missing it. He's been an absolute RBI machine, and that kid made a great catch.
But watch that fan in the outfield play.
He's just ending at bats early. This is a hanging slider. He doesn't wait around. He doesn't miss it. He knows it. The minute it's hit. All right there, maybe he wasn't sure. She sped up a little bit. But watch this catch. Ooh, one-hander. Look at that. Like he does it for a living.
Lou, you don't need a glove up there.
Boy, are they excited. Nice catch.
Red Sox with 4 in the 6th, 5 here in the 7th.
4-14. 105.8 off the bat. Trevor's on fire. That kid's going to have some ice cream to celebrate.
And a pretty good story to tell.
Yeah.
So that was Trevor's story of the Boston Red Sox hitting the home run out to left field against Tampa Bay Rays. And shout out that fan, a one-handed catch as well.
Yo. I mean, shout out to the fan, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing, yo. But yo, you really made me watch a whole clip of the Boston Red Sox.
Hey, there will be no team slander. See, as I said, no biasness, and you shouldn't even be biased. Y'all beat the Red Sox in '86, so what's your problem?
I mean, it's 2025. I ain't like him in '86. I ain't gonna like him in 25 or 26.
But y'all won.
It's all right though. It don't matter, son. I'm still not gonna like him, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I deal with every week.
Every week. Whatever, Nate. Whatever, man. Like, let me be great, man. Let me just hate. Let me hate and be great, yo. You gonna make the one person that is watching us right now log off. Yeah, believe it or not, we just had 5 people. We had 5 people watching, a whole 5.
And now we down to what? -2 because of you? Your biasness?
Yo, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna listen to us because I'm biased. They're gonna listen to see who I'm hating on this week. Like my homie, he could have caught that. Like, yo, bro, I'm still mad. He get a whole check. And I'm gonna play the next video. I'm just gonna play the next. I don't even understand how he missed that whole thing, man. He's not even a professional, yo. He's not a professional.
That's outrageous. An absolute okey doke. Mullins is running. Low pitch. Terrans with a dart. Safe is the call as Mullins somehow put on the bag. Despite a throw that looked like it beat him.
The throw definitely beat him, but the slide is what did it for Cedric Mullins. The old swim move right here.
That's outrageous.
That was a great play by Cedric Mullins, avoiding the tag, sliding in the second base. Remember when we talked about this earlier about players and they're, it seemed like they're practicing plays to slide in the base, the different ways to avoid tags. And that was a great play by Cedric Mullins right there. Fortunately, that might be one of the last highlights we see of Cedric Mullins in Baltimore this year.
Are you getting traded?
It's a possibility he will be traded.
What team?
Who knows right now? But I personally don't see Mullins as part of their future. The way they're going right now, they got Gunnar Henderson out there, Tyler O'Hearn in the outfield, Colton Cowser. Mullins might be on the outside because he has been moved out of the lineup sometimes. He was shipped to the bottom of the lineup. But Mullins has been consistent. When you put him in the game, he produces. So I don't know what the Orioles are going to do. They're going to let him walk, or they're going to try to get something for him before the trade deadline.
Probably let him walk.
Yeah, they definitely going to let him walk.
Now they might try to see what they can get for him because they did make a trade early in the week, which I'll talk about during our news of the week.
Oh,
and we like to thank Arthur for joining for a hot second. We appreciate you.
Yep. Do want to say this to the Red Sox slander point. I got a cousin that went to Boston College, and she's a Mets fan.
She's a beautiful person, and I feel bad that she had to go to college in Boston. That must have been rough. Let her know that she had my full support. If she needs any therapy, if she needs to vent, I will gladly listen to her because them people in Boston is different, They're weird.
Hey, look. She said when she pulled up to the gate on the yard, the security guards saw the tags, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they stopped. They said, "Oh, you from New York?" They're like, "Are you a Yankees fan?" They were like, "Nah, we from Long Island. We Mets fans." So the security guard ain't giving no flack. I'm like, "Well, we beat y'all too." So the Mets beat y'all too.
Yeah, but they don't play in the same division.
That's facts.
Even though that Bill Buckner things that hurt Red Sox fans. Babe Ruth leaving to go to the Yankees, and all the torment we've given Boston over the years, that hurts way much more than the Bill Buckner situation.
Well, that was Gary Carter. They hit that line drive up the front, down the middle.
No, he didn't hit it down the middle. Remember down first base, Bill Buckner, the ball went through his legs?
I remember that, but Carter won it for him when he hit that base hit right up the middle.
Well, people blame Game 6 for Buckner not catching that ball. Feel like he should have been able to field that ball. It wasn't really hit that hard, and that was the one that was hit by Wilson.
Yeah, but it bounced off the bag, man. You can't do nothing about that.
Well, it went through his legs, so they felt like, hey, he could have caught that.
Oh, wait. So, Nate, it's okay for them to be mad about the mistake, but I can't be mad about the homie mistake? Wow.
Arthur's an actual Yankees fan. You are just slandering for no reason. And I'm a Yankee fan, and I'm putting Boston highlights in here because I'm showing love to all teams. There's no slander, no bias to any team out here when we do this show.
You mean you, not we. You speaking French.
We ain't talking crazy like some of them other networks that got bigger platforms than us.
What you mean? They got bigger platforms because they talk crazy. So I'm the official hater on this show. I'm talking crazy, son. You know what I mean? Like
sad thing, right? Him and that same person are from the same borough.
Who? What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Whatever, yo. Anyway, to the next clip. See what I mean? Nate, to the next video right here, Nate. What we got going on over here with the Rockies, yo? Because you showing Mets
line drive.
Oh,
and they will play.
Ooh, that was
nice. Ryan Ritter. The story hit it hard, but Ritter was right there.
It's choppy, but I saw it. That was nice. That was a nice play.
That looked like me back in '88. before I hurt my knee. But Nate, you seen how he made the play though. He made the right dive and the right catch. The other homie, I don't even know his name, but
Ryan Ritter, that's his name, and he made a
I didn't
double
see
up at second base.
I didn't see the other clip. What the clip that I missed?
He was all he had to do was take 2 more steps back, extend his hand, open the glove, close the glove, boom, out. But instead, he want to act like he's Superman because it just came out today. You know what I mean? So he running back. He take a leap of faith. He miscalculate, right? He tried to catch the ball. He closed his glove too early, hit the back of the wall. The ball go out his hands. Home run. Home run, Arthur.
The ball hit the top of his glove, and as it hit the top of his glove, he was slamming into the wall. So the force made his arm go back, and the ball went over the wall.
Nate, he's professional. He's supposed to bang, 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 bang. You two-handed, bang, bang. You. This is what you do. You a paid professional.
Yeah, but you jumping backwards. You're not thinking about that. Basketball players do that. Baseball players don't do that.
You know what? It would be another Yankee.
It's not a.
You're a Yankee.
It's
I'm not trying to.
It's not a reflex. It's not a reflex for a baseball player to go up to catch the ball with 2 hands. It's a reflex for football players and a reflex for basketball players. For baseball, it's not a reflex for baseball players. Move.
You play baseball?
I tried.
See, that's why. You know why you ain't make it, Arthur? You know why? Because you took that mentality of I don't use 2 hands. I don't close it out. That's why. That's why you can't play baseball.
Hey, look,
bro.
as a former wide receiver and a defensive back, every time the ball is in the air, I go up with 2 hands. That's just a natural reflex.
Now when you play baseball, obviously
you just proved my point. You just proved my point.
No, you didn't do it when you played baseball, son. So that's why you.
I didn't. No, I didn't. Because I was trying to use my glove.
And that's why you got cut from the team.
No, I quit the team. I didn't get cut. I quit.
But on the pop fly, yes, you will see guys who will catch it with 2 hands. You have time to get under the baseball, time yourself and wait for the ball to come down. So you time it, you catch it, you have your hand behind it, you close the glove up. He didn't have as much time to react the same way. But if you're gonna sit there, it's your story. You're gonna keep on saying he had time. We're gonna agree to disagree.
We're gonna listen, and I'm gonna keep talking about how he messed up and he shouldn't have got a check. But we're gonna talk about my man Jackson Merrill right now. Because obviously he did something right.
To center field, back goes Jackson Merrill at the wall. He leaps again. Jackson Merrill. Merrill madness.
Well, that ball was on the way down.
Thank you.
Time away.
That ball was on the way down, man.
Back goes Jackson Merrill at the wall. He leaps.
Okay, because Jackson, he need to watch Jackson. That's what he do. All right.
Shout out to there's a great highlight play by Jackson Merrill of the San Diego Padres. Now I do actually sent that video. There is a video coming up after that, not right after, but later on in his clips from his teammate, also robbing the home run as well.
All I want to say is, though, that was a similar play to the one that we saw earlier, right? I'm just asking. Was it a similar play?
Similar, but not exactly the same, like Arthur said.
Listen.
That when the ball was coming down. This one was more like a line drive as he's trying to catch it. Okay. The first one.
Arthur didn't even see the video, so he don't even know what we're talking about. So let's don't even try to do that. Don't even do that. So just because you did that, I got to remove Art right now for a second. Art, you'll be back in a minute. Hold on, give me 1 second, Arthur. All right, so Nate, that was you agreed and said that was a similar play.
Yeah, they both going back to the wall. That's what makes it similar.
Okay, they both running back. One actually was a home run because he caught it over the wall, right? He cleared it, right? The other one where he made a mistake, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. if he would have just stayed under it and kept his glove open, he would have been Gucci, right? It wouldn't even.
But you got to think about the speed he was running, and as the ball's coming, sometimes you got to jump earlier than you're expected to.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you still making excuses for him. That's all. So I was checking the temperature to see if you still making excuses, and you are. So it's all right.
Let me see the Yankee. Replay the Yankee play. I want to see it.
It was a play from the Athletics, Athletics and the Braves.
Wow, ain't nobody catching that one?
No doubt about it.
Yeah, he got tested for steroids.
Seager with his 13th home run of the year, and the Rangers in double digits.
Last night, it was 430 feet.
Boy, that ball is touched. Deep out to right. It is gone.
That was to the upper room.
No doubt about it.
That was Corey Seager with a home run, having him a 10 RBI night against the Los Angeles Angels, in which Texas did win that game also as well.
Wait.
Corey,
he had 10 RBIs that night.
Yeah, a 10 run game.
One player had 10 RBIs in one night.
No.
Yeah.
He himself had 10 RBIs in one game.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah, they definitely tested him for drugs.
Yeah, that's got to be some kind of record, dude.
Yeah, he had to pee in the cup after.
Seager been in the league for years. He ain't doing no steroids.
Listen.
10 RBIs one night though.
I'm not saying he doing it. I'm just saying the league was probably like, "Hey, bro, I need you to pee in this cup real fast."
That's good. That's a zone. That's a zone right there. 10
yo,
one night.
I mean, shout out to the Brody, yo, because that's amazing right there. But he definitely had the pee in the cup. You can't tell me.
I mean, they have to do testing anyway, but that's not because. So if anybody had more than 5 RBIs in the game, you got to.
I'm just saying. You got
that's
10 double digits. That's a lot, bro.
That's a lot, bro. Hey, Nate, you even know. Nate, you even got that. I'm not saying
but
he was just in his zone.
That's like every time he got to bat, he was bringing somebody home.
Okay, so besides that, it's not an often feat because Shohei Ohtani did it last year, September 19th, the Dodgers against the Marlins, where he went 6 for 6, 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Back in 2018, Mark Reynolds did it with the Washington Nationals. Scooter Gennett back in June of 2017 did it with the Cincinnati Reds, and Anthony Rondon did it with the Washington Nationals in April 30th of 2017.
And all of them got drug tested after the game.
That's still a lot of RBIs for one night, dude. Come on, Nate. You got to give that up, man. That's a lot of RBIs for one night.
If it's runners in scoring position, and that means your batting average is great when runners are in scoring position. That means you know how to bring in runs.
But that's still a lot of freaking RBIs for one night, man. Come on.
Listen, I'm respecting how great that is, Joe. But I also know the league is going to be on some. Bruh, you gonna pee in this cup.
I mean, granted, he knew how to put the ball in. They knew how to put the ball in play, yes. But that's just a great night. I don't care. I mean,
yeah, that's amazing. Like that is literally amazing, yo. And I remember the one time when I was at Citi Field, and I remember I watched the Mets. I watched the first no-hitter get pitched out there, yo. That was like an amazing game. It was boring, but it was amazing. So I get it. What he did was phenomenal. You don't get to see it too often. Just like, I was able to witness that first no-hitter at Citi Field. That was dope. Just like this video right here, this clip that we about to show is dope.
Now, this is Jackson Merrill's teammate, Fernando Tatis Jr.
He's going back at the wall. He leaps, and he makes the catch in right. Fernando brings it down. To right field, struck well. He's going back at the wall. He leaps, and he makes the catch.
That's
dope. The catch, too.
I'm not even going to ask you, Nate. I'm not even going to ask, yo.
But in all honesty, it looked like they jumped. They timed the jump perfectly, but at the same time, the ball was on the way down. It wasn't at the wall. Exactly.
All right, you ain't even see the play. You don't even know what we talking about.
I just saw the play.
You just saw the play. I'm talking about the first play, my original play. Don't sit. Don't even do it. Because listen, I don't know why you and Nate must forget that this stuff is recorded. All right. So I clearly remember you coming on, as soon as you came on screen, was like, yo, play it again.
I did.
You did. And you thought it was a Yankees thing. And Nate had to tell you, like, no, it's with the Oakland Athletics. And yes, I know I said Oakland Athletics because they always gonna be the Oakland Athletics, okay?
So okay, let me clarify that. You said Yankee bias, so I thought you was automatically hate. That's why I thought it was a Yankee play.
Wow, you see what I mean? That's a Yankee thing. See, that's the Yankee thing. You don't even know why I'm hating or what I was hating on. You just come in here talking about, I heard Yankees and yeah. Get your man, Nate. Man. Wow. You see how they do me, y'all? I just be trying to make sure we have a wonderful show. Speaking of wonderful shows, we got Arthur's show coming up in about 2 weeks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The basement workouts, we're going to get right, get fit, and Art's going to let us know how to stay healthy and whatnot. Because, that dude who missed the catch, he needed your help, Arthur. Am I lying, Nate?
Oh,
okay.
You don't need that. No, you don't.
Right center. Did you hear it? Now watch it. See you later. Number 24. RBI number 69.
Wow. 116. Against the left-hander this year.
That's crazy.
He leads all of baseball against lefties now with. Oh my! Right center. Did you hear it? Now watch it. See you later.
Yeah, that was crazy. But before you tell us about that highlight, Arthur, did you see how Nate threw you under the bus when I was like, yo, son might need your athletics help, your health workout tips and stuff like that? Nate was like, nah, no, he don't. That was foul, son. That was Yankee.
I didn't even say that. It's cold cut it out.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that. So what did you say?
I didn't say nothing actually.
That was a lie. It's all right, but yeah.
He been on me since the beginning of the show because of the jersey I'm wearing. I'm trying to show some love for the All-Star weekend, and all he can see, all he saw was this, and he got in his feelings. This is all he saw. That's all he saw.
So if you were showing love to the All-Star game, you would have left it at, here goes the American League jersey. That's it. You ain't have to show the sleeve. That's extra. Look. See, if you was here and then you went extra.
But I wanted to show love to the player and the team that he played for at the time.
You didn't have to.
Alfonso Soriano for the New York Yankees in 2002.
You really didn't have to.
You took it back.
Yeah. Oh, I've had this jersey from way back in the day. I had this jersey since back then. I got it back when it came out.
Okay. We're not going to talk about the jersey. We're going to talk about this next highlight right here. For the recap of last game.
Ouch on the wall, driving it deep to left. That ball was obliterated. Ronald Acuna Jr. giving the Braves a 1-0 lead.
Hey.
Well, that was certainly played for Ronald and why we love seeing him at the top of the lineup. He felt good, and here he is.
Okay.
That's Ronald Acuna Jr. still. I mean, he's been on a hot streak since he came back from his injury. Unfortunately, but he will not be participating in the home run derby anymore. And in his place will be his fellow teammate Matt Olson, that will be replacing him in the home run derby as he representing the Atlanta Braves, as they had at least one representative from Atlanta in the World Series. I mean, in the home run derby.
Yeah, that's whack. Why he not gonna be in the home run derby?
I think he, if I'm not mistaken, he may have had a little injury possibly. I saw something, but I looked at it, but I was in the middle of doing something at the time. But his teammate is going to replace him, Matt Olson, because with the fact that in the All-Star game, which we can talk about later, they made sure at least one representative is from the home team.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like he's scared. He know he's gonna lose. I'm just saying.
Now I'll join you in the Braves slander, but
you just sound like he's gonna lose.
Deep center field, back for it is Carter. There it goes to the California Spectacular.
Yeah,
Mike Trout it up.
Is that Trout?
Yep.
Boy, just what Wally Joyner said about Mike Trout. He's going to get locked in at some point. He got locked in on that cutter. It was down in that nitro zone for Trout. His 15th home run now to 7 away.
Trout hurt.
Yeah.
Next one in the air, pretty deep, center field. Back for it is Carter. There it goes to the California.
I thought Trout was hurt.
No, he came back about a month or two ago. Trout's been hitting for the Angels. The Angels, of course, like I said before, previously in the old previous shows, they were a team that everybody thought would just be at the bottom of the division, just wallowing away, like playing as bad as maybe the Colorado Rockies been playing, but because of losing Shohei Ohtani and Trout being hurt, but they rallied, and a lot of that was due to Coach Ron Washington, who we still hope we pray that he continues to get better in his health. Trout came back, helped add that extra spark to the team. They've been playing well. Mike Trout is actually on the watch right now as he is nearing 400 home runs.
Okay.
How long Trout been in the league? What, 15?
Trout's been in the league, 15 years. He joined the league back in 2011. He's currently at 394 home runs.
That's it?
Yeah.
So far,
he been hurt a lot though. So
yeah, over the last few seasons, he's been hurt. He only played. So far, he's only played 67 games this year. He played 29 games last year. He played pretty much half of the season 2023 with 82. In 2021, he only played 36 games. We're not going to count 2020 because that was COVID. So he only played 53 games during that time. The only time he played less than 100 plus games before that was his rookie year when he played 40 games.
Yeah, it might be time to call it.
Nah, man, he's still need to get checks, man.
Well, he is beloved in out there in Los Angeles, out there in Anaheim.
I mean, at one point he was probably I would say at one point he was the best in the game, but he just kept getting hurt.
He was up there at one time in the top 3 hitters at one point was him, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, and Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant has since then he's been injured a lot too. He hasn't really lived up. I mean, he hasn't played as well. He's been hurt a lot. He's out there in Colorado right now. Bryce Harper is still playing solid right now in Philadelphia. Can he hopefully win a championship is now what we're hoping to see. I mean, I know everything ain't based on championships, but we want to see if he maybe can bring Philadelphia one because, once he left Washington after all those years of being the face of Washington went on and won the World Series, And Art, we know we live in the area. We used to live in the area, so you still do so, but
Yeah, I think it was too much money tied into Trout. I mean, not Trout.
Harper. Could have been.
Yep. But let's look at this next video right here that we got coming up.
That's the video.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not the other video. My bad, man. It was so nice. We had a good play.
So nice would it be showed it twice?
So nice, had to show it twice, yo. You know what I'm saying?
We got up next.
We didn't see this one, did we?
No.
Field, way back, it's good. Jorge Soler with a bomb, and the Angels have the lead at last.
Some serious Soler power. His 10th home run of the season. That was mammoth.
Yeah,
that was Jorge Soler from the Los Angeles Angels hitting a home run, putting the Angels up in the lead in the game. Like I said, Soler, you have Regno, you have Joe Adell, you have Taylor Ward, you have Chris Taylor. You have a lot of you have Zach Neto, you have a lot of great Liam Hendricks pitching. You have a lot of really good players out there with the Angels. If they just keep with that team, maybe one day they could be a competitor. But they're playing in the tough division with the Houston Astros, the Seattle Mariners as well. So, but if they keep at it, the Angels might possibly be a playoff contender one day. Maybe not this year, but in the future, if they keep up with what they got and this talent that they have, they could possibly finally break in and make the playoffs. They haven't won the World Series since 2002 when they beat the San Francisco Giants in 7 games, which is San Francisco Giants team that had Barry Bonds in his only trip to the World Series.
Dang, since 2002. That's like forever.
At least it ain't the 1900s.
Was that a shot?
No,
it was. It was.
Was that a shot? That was a shot.
It was not. I feel our good brother Chef about that. When you think about the 1900s now, you're like, man, wow, the 1900s is so long ago. Man, we old, man.
But you just threw a real good jab though.
Yeah, you did. That might have been a right cross right there.
Anyway, shout out to the Chef.
Listen, all I said was, wow, that was a long time ago. Better than the 1900s. Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? I'm not even saying that. I'm just trying to make sure your show is great.
Oh, man, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, look, as when you're a fan of a team, you take all the shots that come with it, man. So pause. But you know.
Yeah, I see. I definitely see. I'm taking all the shots for no apparent reason.
Believe, and I'd love to know if we get a true answer whether he would have left him in or not. There's been 8 no-hitters thrown against the Yankees. That's the first one. Jazz took a ball up and away. And Wu actually, you'll see in the All-Star game, all right?
Wow.
Relieved, and I'd love to know.
You just showing Yankee love, yo. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful Yankee videos and whatnot. Hey, I'll let you talk about the video, Nate.
Not even, no. Actually, no, I want to show love too. It was just showing about how the Seattle Mariners actually had the Yankees shut out for 8 innings.
Okay. But you didn't
and they were shut out. Actually, they weren't even shut out. They were no hit for close to 8 innings close to 8 for 7 1/3 innings, we should say, by Seattle young phenom Brian Wu. At one point, he even retired about 20 pitches, 20 batters. He pitched a really good game that game against the New York Yankees. He gave up his first hit to Jazz Chisholm. He did stay in the game. And then eventually ended up being credited with 2 earned runs that he gave up. He had 5 strikeouts in 7 1/3 innings pitched. He pitched 103 pitches. He had 67 strikeouts with an ERA finishing of 2.75 in that game. And only 2 walks given up. So it was a great showing for him. I know he had his family out there watching him. And we almost had history. And I actually was watching it to see if history was going to be made. Unfortunately, it wasn't made that night, and the Yankees did end up coming back and winning that game 6-5.
Wow. So yeah, I like how you show Yankee love, like it. But anyway, we're gonna show the next video. We're just gonna show the next video.
I can't win with this guy tonight.
It's Wilmer Ford, the San Francisco Giants. There's some heat, and that is 104. It's Wilmer Flores, the San Francisco Giants. There's some heat, and that is 104.
So that's just for the Athletics starting pitcher Mason Miller, who's recorded right now the fastest pitch of the year at 104.1 miles per hour.
That's crazy.
And ladies and gentlemen, look how convenient the last video that we are showing for the night. As far as for the recap.
Out around. Got Raleigh in the tag. Yeah, he's in there. Now you can go through it, man, Michael. And out around. Got Raleigh in the tag.
So you're not biased, huh, Nate?
What do you mean?
That was just a highlight. Jay, that was just a highlight. Come on, man.
Right, that's what it was.
Just a highlight, man.
Nah, you know what it is? So Nate sends me these highlights in strategic order. You notice how the last highlights we show were Yankees highlights. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Yet during last week's show, when there was like at least 2 or 3 Mets highlights, he replayed them almost 3 times.
Why we gotta talk about last week's show tonight?
Look.
Yeah, not talking about last week's show. All I want to say is I don't remember doing that, but I'm not denying.
Now you don't remember.
Wait. No, but hear me out. Hear me out. I do not remember doing anything like that, but I'm just saying it does sound like something I would do. So there's a possibility that I did it, but I'm on the side that I didn't do it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, with your responses, you definitely need to work for the government.
I'm just saying, though, there's a possibility it might have happened, but it's a strongly chance that it didn't happen. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it like that. But now we appreciate that though, Nate. That was a dope recap. A bunch of videos of the recaps of the games last week. Hopefully the Mets do something amazing so we can have a lot more Mets videos, and you know they could be dope. You know. But coming up next, we got the MLB news, yo. And to kick off the news right now, if you guys give me 1 second, I could load this up.
That's all good. In the meanwhile, while Jay finds the video, we still got upcoming. We had the HBCU Classic tonight that was on MLB Network. We also got the celebrity game coming on tomorrow. Sunday will be the MLB Draft. Monday is the Home Run Derby. The MLB, they got a Home Run Derby going on Saturday as well, but the MLB Home Run Derby is Monday. And then you have the actual All-Star game, American League versus National League, on Tuesday. And that's the upcoming schedule for baseball for the next coming days, as this is their break during the season.
Okay. Here goes the video right here.
Left side off the glove of Perdomo. Hit number 2,000 of his career for Manny Machado as he continues to build on his resume towards the Hall. Left side off the glove of Perdomo. Hit number.
So that's Manny Machado of the San Diego Padres reaching hit number 2,000 in his career. What do you want to say, Jay?
No, how difficult is it? How long do you have to be playing to get 2,000 hits, Joe?
Man, 2,000. You at least playing 10 plus 10. He's playing 10 plus years in the league. It all depends how many hits you get per year, you know. But Machado's been around for a long time. Of course, he was with the Orioles, who originally thought he was going to re-sign with them. He was willing to take a hometown discount, but the Orioles chose elsewise. He was sent to LA, and then from LA, he stayed in the California area and just moved down to San Diego. And he's been one of the key parts of the San Diego Padres team. Manny is still one of the best hitters out there in the league. He may not be top 5 right now, but he's still one of the top hitters in the league that you can never take lightly. Always he knows how to get on base. He's a veteran in the game. He's a veteran in that locker room. So, kudos to Manny Machado and reaching 2,000 hits.
Or ask for a raise, bro. You got 2,000 hits, yo. Get the bag, yo. Get the bag.
Not yet. I say 25.
Manny been getting the bag, but right now he's currently averaging 291 with 16 home runs and 54 RBIs with OPS of 838.
Okay. I ain't understand nothing you just said. I'm just gonna say okay, like I said.
And Jay, would you like a breakdown of Manny Machado's contract? Because you're always talking about getting the money, huh?
You act like I say like it's a bad thing.
It's not. It's not. It's just funny how you say it though.
Yeah, what my boy making? What's his bankroll?
I think I covered it before, so we're gonna ad lib in the meantime during that.
Ain't nothing wrong with ad-lib.
Since we ad-libbing, did you see the clip when Kurt Schilling was talking about how he didn't like Barry Bonds, but Mark McGwire was a good dude?
Yeah, I mean, I've been heard that nonsense. I mean, I ain't gonna call it nonsense, but I've been heard it. I mean, he's entitled to his opinions. He's not the only person that didn't like Barry Bonds.
Yeah, but Barry Bonds wasn't there for nobody to like. He was there to hit home runs.
Yeah, but Barry said certain things that certain people didn't feel they were offended by, but it is what it is. I'm not mad at Barry. He played the game. He's still one of the best pure hitters I've ever seen in the league.
I'm gonna say he was the best.
Yeah, I can go with that Babe Ruth play. So
what's that?
He all right.
He all right.
Yeah, all right.
The only one I could say that could probably rival him, but his numbers aren't as big as they should have been because he stayed injured, was Griffey.
No, I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson,
Well, Bo didn't play long enough. Bo divided his time. I think if Bo dedicated,
I'm just talking smack.
I'm gonna expound on that though. If Bo had dedicated his time to one sport, either football or baseball, he could have been the greatest in either one of them. In my opinion.
And just to answer your question, Jay, Manny Machado's currently his contract is for 11 years, $350 million. He's making about $31 million a year.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the bat in question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the bat in that boy here. Look, he can play other sports, but his main sport gonna be baseball, man. God,
that's crazy, man.
Jesus, how old is Manny now?
Manny's about 30. I'll be lying. I don't want to give the wrong age for him.
Jesus.
I know you got some years. 31 maybe.
Wow.
And he's 31. He's still relatively young. 30 ain't old in baseball.
Now, when you had guys like Cole, now when you had certain guys playing till they was in their 40s as pitchers.
I don't know how you pitch till you 40 though. That's amazing too though. You pitching in your 40s.
You can if you condition yourself.
Yeah, that's crazy. But up to this next one right here in the news. Nate, you want to talk about this one right here?
Sure. Manny Machado is 33 years old, by the way. Yes, Mike Rizzo, as we talked about previously on previous show, Dave Martinez is out as Washington Nationals manager. So is the general manager, Mike Rizzo. Mike Rizzo did join the team in 2013 to make decisions. He was also let go from the team. Washington Nationals, of course, excuse me. Dave Martinez did lead the Washington Nationals to a world championship, but since that world championship, they have not been over 500 since. I think part of that as a manager, he was 500 wins, 622 losses with a winning percentage win-loss percentage of 4.46. This season, he was 37 wins and 53 losses with the Washington Nationals. And I think what a lot of that had to play in the part was also beginning the season during the season at times. I don't know what really led to it. It could have been maybe some of the interviews he had during the season where it seemed like he wasn't defending the players. But the Washington Nationals decided to go in a different direction with him. He has been manager of the team since 2018. Washington is also going through a change as they finally was able to break away network-wise from what's called Mason Network. For those who may not know, Mason Network is a network in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area, which is owned by the Baltimore Orioles. Now, one problem that they had was the Orioles were not paying them the correct shares that they should have been paying them, being on the same network. The Nationals now have been released, have finally gotten out of that contract, so they can now go find a different provider to air national games to get a better contract, better revenue, better overall split.
They can get better players.
Pretty much.
That too. They're not, and with the Washington Nationals actually having the number 1 pick in the draft, they're going to see whether they pick a pitcher, whether they pick another batter, because they have C.J. Abrams, James Woods, who's one of the All-Stars this year. You have Nathaniel Lowe, you have Josh Bell, you have Dele Cruz, Dele Santos hasn't pretty panned out that well so far. But then you also have pitching wise, Mackenzie Gore to me is their ace right now. And we got to just see who they also put with that team for the Nationals to see going forward. So it'll be interesting to see what decisions they decide to make as far as they're going forward. Now, as far as for president operations goes, they have replaced Mike Rizzo, and I think I just had it up. And if I don't, I'll just keep skipping by. I did have the name of the person that they replaced him with, but it was somebody that's been well known of. Mark Lerner, who was the principal owner, said that their family was grateful for the years of dedication to the organization by Rizzo and for Dave Martinez and their roles in bringing a World Series to the Washington, D.C. area. Rizzo will be replaced by assistant coach Miguel Cairo, who also was, if that name sounds familiar, he was a former player in the league. Miguel Cairo has been sitting side by side with plenty of teams over the years. He played 17 years in the league. So he has the experience, he said, by Dave Martinez for a lot of years, along with other teams out in St. Louis and elsewhere. So he does have the experience. So he will be a good fit. I think he'll be he'll handle that team. I don't know if he's going to be part of the plans for the team going forward. But for right now, he will be there. He will fill in as interim manager for the Washington Nationals. As for Dave Martinez, there are some options for him. For me personally, I think that he could end up right upside the Beltway in Baltimore with the Orioles. The Orioles have a ready-made team, and they just need a more established, polished coach that will be able to take that team maybe to the next level. The Orioles have made it to the playoffs last few years, but couldn't get out the first round. Another team that might be looking for a coach too is the Los Angeles Angels, as Ron Washington. They don't know his status as far as returning. So that's another team that also could be in the hunt for Dave Martinez going forward too. And I think a good place for Dave Martinez to fit at, possibly, if he needs to coach a team, if he's going with a team that's already established. If it's a team that's already established, Baltimore to me will be the best pick right now.
Okay, so you think if he was looking for the most established team, go there. But let's say he was looking for a team that he could build up and whatnot, what do you think? Who do you think would be a good look for him?
Now, if you're going as far as teams to build, you have a few of those teams. It could be, especially with the way they're playing right now and having a bad record, the Colorado Rockies, the Miami Marlins, the Chicago White Sox. Those are teams. Those are some of the teams that can build from the bottom and that'll be coming back up there. Possibly he could end up with as well. Another team that I'm thinking of maybe in the American League. Well, no, anywhere else. I think everybody's pretty much solid right now as far as the teams they have. The Athletics could be, but I don't know if the Athletics are actually trying to part with their current manager. So we'll see. But Dave Martinez should find a team by the time next season rolls around. When the season starts off on opening day, Dave Martinez should be signed to a team.
All right, well, I hope Dave get a job. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need a job. You know. Hey, Dave need to get the check, yo. He need to get to the bag, yo. MLB, they be giving out a big bag, yo. Like they got unlimited money. I see my $20 for a bag of popcorn and $35 for a soda. You know, it goes a long way. I see. You know, they getting paid millions.
In other news in the league, the Red Sox activated Alex Bregman. Him off the 10 days, he's playing at third base, so he'll be called back up. The New York Yankees actually made a move. One of the players that they paid good money to about 3 years ago, DJ LeMahieu, was designated. He will no longer be with the New York Yankees. DJ LeMahieu, he kind of fell out of favor in the rotation at one point. Didn't play a lot. He played a little bit when he came back off an injury this year, but he was designated when the Yankees called up Cam Schlittler, which is their young rookie. They called him up, so DJ LeMahieu was put on designated. This season right now, LeMahieu was he was batting .266, but only had 2 home runs with 12 RBIs. With the New York Yankees, he spent his last 6 years with the Yankees. He started his career off with the Chicago Cubs, then played his next 6 years with the Colorado Rockies. So he's in his 15th year of the league at 36 years old. He may be able to help a team that's still competing for the playoffs. He could be a guy off the bench. He could be kind of like what Chris Taylor is to the Los Angeles Angels. Even though I'm not saying the Angels are playoff bound, but he could be that veteran player coming off the bench, coming from time to time. He could play multiple positions. He could play first base, second base, and third. So I don't think LeMahieu's going to be without a job for too long. I think he'll find some place and be added to a team somewhere.
Okay. I mean, but you said he's 35 years old, yo?
Yeah, 36 years old. Played some time in the league. Cam Schlittler is one of the young players. Called him up from the Somerset Patriots, 24 years old, from Walpole, Massachusetts. He made his debut with the Yankees 2 days ago, which is July 9th. For the Yankees, he got his first win with 7 strikeouts. So we'll see how he handles that rotation with the New York Yankees going forward. As now now that he's moved his way up to the main roster.
I mean, 30-something years old. That's old in baseball.
But in baseball, it's not like excuse me, like Arthur told you, 36 is not old. You can be a 36-year-old DH, like an Albert Pujols. When your legs might not be as fast as you used to be, you could be a DH for the rest of the way, as long as you can continue to hit, produce.
Yeah, I mean it's true, but 36, boy, that is old. That is old.
Nah, not in baseball, man. Because you don't have to play every day.
You know what?
Defensively, LeMahieu was still good. Defensively, LeMahieu was still productive.
I don't appreciate y'all trying to jump me and ganging up on me, man. You know, I'm gonna give me another Met fan on this platform. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Nah, that's definitely what's up, though. Before we move on to the shining stars and stuff like that, we're gonna give a rundown of the Nate's gonna give us a rundown, a breakdown of the standings right now. And who's in first place, who's in second place, who's doing what they do, yo.
So as you see, the current standings in the league, and you might notice some differences from the last time we did the standings. Going into the All-Star break, the Toronto Blue Jays are currently in first place in the American League East at 54-39. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. They have been on a roll. They're 32-16 at home for their record, followed by the New York Yankees with a game and a half back at 53-41. Then you have the Red Sox, Tampa Bay, and the Orioles finishing out that division. In the Central Division, you have the Detroit Tigers still holding strong in that division, still continuing to push that lead further as they're now 12.5 games up in their division with a 59-36 record, followed by second place Kansas City Royals with 46-48, who are currently playing the New York Mets right now. You have the Minnesota Twins, the Cleveland Guardians, and the White Sox finishing out that division. The Houston Astros continue to hold on, and they built their lead a little bit. That sweep against the Dodgers helped push them forward too, as they are up 6.5 games on the second place Seattle Mariners, who just were swept by the New York Yankees over the beginning of the week. Texas Rangers are third. Texas and Houston are right now playing each other here in Houston. So the battle of the Lone Star State right now. Texas is 9.5 games out. Los Angeles and the Athletics finish out. They're both more than 10 games under 500. 10 games back in that division. Now moving on to the National League East, which is still tight. The Philadelphia Phillies are barely hanging on at 1.5 games up over the New York Mets. The Phillies are 54-39. They after they had that little losing streak about 2 weeks ago, the Mets are right on their tail at 53-41, a game and a half back. The everybody else in that division are under 500 currently right now, with the Marlins being in third with 12 games back. The Atlanta Braves 13.5 back at 40-52, and the Washington Nationals finish out that division being 16.5 games out. In the Central Division, the Chicago Cubs, who did lose tonight, now they lead the Windows to 1 game against the Milwaukee Brewers, who are 1 game out. The Cubs lead the division 55-39. The Brewers have won 5 in a row in that division right now. The Cardinals finish on third. Then you have Cincinnati Reds and Pittsburgh Pirates finish out that division. The Pirates are 17.5 games out. And in the National League West, you have the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are still leading the division by 5 games over the San Francisco Giants. The Dodgers are 56-38. They have been on a current 6-game losing streak right now. They're still 33-17 at home. The Giants, who you saw an early highlight from Patrick Bailey with the inside the park home run, they are 5 games out with a home record of 27-18, and their overall record is 51-43. Finishing it out over 500 is the San Diego Padres. They're 5.5 out, followed by the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are 10 games out, and the Colorado Rockies, who are 34 games out, going into the All-Star break with a record of 22 wins and 72 losses currently.
They just need to quick. Like the Rockies just need to give up.
There's no quit, man.
No, there's no crying in baseball. You can definitely quit.
Yeah, it's cool. Don't let
there's no crying in baseball, yo.
Okay. All right, Tom Hanks. There's crying in baseball.
You are not allowed to cry in baseball, yo.
Well, you say 32-76?
22-72.
Good gosh. Man. You know what?
At what point do you sell out and just say, okay, we're gonna lose out?
I mean, do you really need to tank to lose out if you're already losing anyway?
Nope.
Nah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna pull a hamstring. I'm sitting down, man. I ain't coming to this, man. I'll still get paid if I'm hurt, man. I'm sitting down. You ain't gonna have me out there. It's bad enough my name got to be on the roster. Well, I'm gonna be a Jeopardy question. Who's the worst team in the whatchamacallit? Colorado Rockies. Nope. You. But we're not gonna talk about the worst team. Actually, we're gonna talk about the best of the best, the creme de la creme. You know, as Nate said, we got the home run derby coming up. We got All-Star weekend. And here goes some of the participants. Nate, who do you think are the key players? Who do you think is gonna win? What are your thoughts about the players right here?
For the current team for the current home run derby, Ronald Acuna, as I said, is being replaced by his teammate Matt Olson. You have Kyle Rowley, who leads the American League right now with 38 home runs. James Wood of the Washington Nationals, O'Neal Cruz of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Jamie Candelario of the Tampa Bay Rays. Then you have Byron Buxton of the Minnesota Twins. Then you have Brent Rooker of the Athletics, and you have Jazz of the New York Yankees.
Oh, Judge not
here? Nah, Judge is not participating. He's him like Pete Alonso from the Mets. They're taking a break. They've been in it like 2, 3, 4 years in a row. You know, they're just gonna rest their body. Pete Alonso even said he just wants to be a spectator. He just wants to watch. So he's gonna rest his body this year. To me, I mean, I will put the money is on Kyle Rowley right now. The money's on him. He's the hottest hitter right now as far as home runs. But I'm gonna go with a dark horse, and I'm gonna go with James Wood from the Washington Nationals.
Okay. All right, who you picking?
I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna go with the guru. I'm gonna go with James Wood from the Nationals.
Okay. I don't know, for some strange reason, Byron, it looks like he's gonna win. I don't know why.
Byron Buxton's power isn't to be slept on, So I'm not discrediting anybody else that I didn't choose,
Listen, he looked like he got the old school beard. Anybody with the old school beard like that got like super grown man strength, like 1970s. So yeah, I just think because of the way his beard looks, he's gonna win.
Yeah, you got it's about pacing yourself. It's about pacing yourself during those home run derbies. It can be really tiring quick. So if you go out there and show off for the fans and hit 30, 40 home runs in the first round, you might not have nothing left the rest of the rounds.
Yeah, you just gotta do enough to get to advance, and then the last round, that's when you got to show out.
How many rounds in the home run derby?
Usually, they're usually about 3 sometimes a lot of times 2 to 3 rounds. About 3 rounds, 3 rounds. And they have these rules where you can hit you get a home run, you get a timeout, also you can if you hit at least 2 home runs over a certain feet, you get a bonus round. You get a bonus 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So say if you hit 2 home runs over 440 feet, then you'll get a bonus 30 seconds after your regular time to hit more home runs.
Nice.
But you know what? I'm gonna say something, man. Like, there's always a debate on who are the best conditioned athletes, and the first sport that comes up is always soccer players. But I'm gonna put baseball players in that because it's 162 games, and then you practice in between the games. So that's a lot of wear and tear on your body. It's a lot of wear and tear. I know it's not it's not always nonstop action, but that's still a lot of wear and tear on your body.
And playing in that heat.
Yeah.
During the summer.
And it's not like, soccer players, they play with they play in shorts. Baseball players playing in full pants, socks, hats, helmets, and the catches too. So
made out of cotton.
You got to consider that. You have to.
Yeah, I'm
Yo, Art, you a fake you fake Panamanian right now, yo.
How you feel?
Because, man, soccer is the national sport over there, and you got to have way more endurance to play soccer than baseball, yo. They run in 4 football fields all day. I don't want to hear it. Ain't no 3 outs or 3 kicks. You get to switch sides and have a seat. They just running to be running all day, just kicking the ball. Nah, man, you fast.
No. I didn't say they were above soccer players. I said you got to put baseball players in that conversation.
Man, I put golf players before I put baseball players in there.
And just a quick update. Top of the 9th inning, solo home run by Juan Soto. The Mets are now up 8-3 against the Kansas City Royals.
Let's go, man. You the man. You know how to end the show because you ain't start the show right, but you know how to end the show. Man. But Nick, can you talk about this right here?
Oh, the Astros are calling up their number 1 prospect, Bruce Matthews, to come up and to play. So you'll start to see Bruce Matthews. You may see him this weekend. If not, but this weekend you'll see him at the beginning of the start of next week, which is on Friday when games resume after the All-Star break. He's a highly touted prospect from out of the Houston Astros camp. So we look forward to seeing what he does out here in the league going forward with the Astros. Astros are still calling up some young guys. They have a lot of young players in their camp, and they're trying to they still have their holdovers from Jose Altuve and Yordan Alvarez, but they're moving towards a future to their future also as well.
What do his numbers look like?
As far as his college numbers look like, I haven't really looked at that. I was telling Jay earlier, I didn't feel good about this show because I've been out, so I didn't really get to put everything together like I wanted to.
Nate, we never give the behind the scene content. They gotta pay for that for the Patreon account that we're gonna set up one day. Listen, we always gonna have an amazing show. We dope like that. We fly like that, yo.
We ain't even got the drink thing though. So Bruce Matthews is a second baseman, by the way. He's 23 years of age, 5'11", 190. Excuse me. He actually is a local native of Houston, Texas. He was drafted in 2023 in the first round at number 28 pick. He went to the University of Colorado, and he made his debut tonight. So he's also playing for the minor league team out there, the Sugarland Cowboys.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, look, I already showed you the list of the team names in the minor leagues.
Yo, how do you tell somebody you play for the what is it, Sugar Water Cowboys?
Sugarland.
Oh, Sugarland. My bad. You know I be ad-libbing. Sugarland Cowboys.
But I just like the other team. Remember, if you're playing for the Trash Pandas.
Yeah, I ain't playing for no Trash Pandas. That's crazy, yo.
Man, you gonna pay for whoever pay you, dog.
The Monterey Biscuits.
What?
Yeah, I sent Jay an entire list.
Listen, I'll be a Monterey Biscuit. I don't want to be no Sweetwater, Sweetfoot, tender toe, whatever biscuit, whatever it was called, Joe. That name was crazy. Sweetwater, Cowboy. That's wild. But so who are these right here, Nate? We got the pictures for the All-Star game.
Yeah, so for the All-Star game, the starters for the team, because they had the reserves. I'll go over the starters again. For the American League, it's going to be Kyle Riley, Vladimir Guerrero of the Kyle Riley, the Seattle Mariners, a catcher, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays, Gleyber Torres of the Detroit Tigers, Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Guardians, Jacob Wilson of the Athletics at second base, at shortstop. Sorry, I'm going to say Jose Ramirez plays third base, Gleyber Torres plays second base. Aaron Judge, who will be playing outfield for the New York Yankees, representing the New York Yankees. Riley Green of the Detroit Tigers, representing outfield, and Javier Baez of the Detroit Tigers. So you see, the Detroit Tigers have three players that will be out there. Ryan O'Hearn of the Baltimore Orioles will be designated hitter. For the National League, you'll have Will Smith of the Los Angeles Dodgers at catcher, Freddie Freeman of the Los Angeles Dodgers at first base, Ketel Marte of the Arizona Diamondbacks at second base, Manny Machado of the San Diego Padres at third, Francisco Lindor of the New York Mets at shortstop, well-deserved, Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves in the outfield, along with Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs and Kyle Tucker of the Chicago Cubs in the outfield, and designated hitter will be the Los Angeles Dodgers' own Shohei Ohtani.
Okay. That's pretty dope. Now, I mean, we already spoke about it last week. You already said you biased. You want the American League to win. But we all know the National League is going to win.
And they may possibly win. You know, I'm not gonna knock that.
I am. I'm knocking the American League. And you know why.
Because your team plays in your team plays in the National League. That's why.
But of course, yo. You know.
Now, for the reserve, they do have reserves that have been added. For it, you have they did have Alex Bregman at Braves pitcher Chris Sale, Andrew Abbott from the Cincinnati Reds. I'm trying to. There you go. So the reserves will be Alejandro Kirk from the Toronto Blue Jays, Jonathan Aranda from the Tampa Bay Rays, Brandon Lowe of the Tampa Bay Rays, Bregman just coming off injury, probably will not play. He may play or may not. You have Jeremy Pena of the Astros, who will not play. He's actually being replaced. Isaac Parada by his teammate Isaac Paradas of the Houston Astros. Zach McKinstry just got called up for the Detroit Tigers. Mikhail Garcia of the Kansas City Royals, and then Stephen Kwan of the Cleveland Guardians as well. Julio Rodriguez was one of those just chosen to as outfielder. Now for the National League reserves, and as we always talk about donations, as I have the most jacked up computer going on right now.
Well, I should have it on the screen, share on the screen. Pete,
yeah, you do, and I can add it. So the American League, that's their reserves. For their pitchers, they have Tariq Skubal of the Detroit Tigers, Bradford Crochet of the Boston Red Sox, Yosi Kikuchi of the Los Angeles Angels, Max Fried of the Yankees, but I think he'll be replaced as well. Jacob deGrom of the Texas Rangers, Shane Smith for the Chicago White Sox, Hunter Brown of the Houston Astros, Chris Bubic of the Kansas City Royals, Brian Wu, who we showed earlier, who almost pitched a no-hitter against the Yankees of the Seattle Mariners. Excuse me. Drew Rasmussen of the Tampa Bay Rays, Casey Mize of the Detroit Tigers, Carlos Rendon, who pitched a great game tonight against the Chicago Cubs of the New York Yankees, Joe Ryan of the Minnesota Twins, Aroldis Chapman of the Boston Red Sox, Carlos Estevez of the Kansas City Royals, Josh Hader of the Houston Astros, and Andres Munoz of the Seattle Mariners. Now for the National League, their reserves go as Hunter Goodman of the Colorado Rockies, Pete Alonso of the New York Mets, Ellie De La Cruz of the Cincinnati Reds, Brendan Donovan of the St. Louis Cardinals, Matt Olson, as I said, for the Braves, Eugenio Suarez of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies, Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Kyle Stowers of the Miami Marlins, Fernando Tatis Jr. of the San Diego Padres, James Wood of the Washington Nationals. And for their pitchers, those might commit. So they have a Legends pick. So for their Legends pick this year will be Clayton Kershaw of the San Diego Padres. You have Zach Wheeler of the Phillies, but he will not pitch, as he stated he will rest his arm. Paul Skeens, the young phenom for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants. Robbie Ray is also being replaced, and so is Freddie Peralta of the Brewers. Robbie Ray of the Giants. Mackenzie Gore of the Washington Nationals will pitch. Yoshinobu Yamamoto of the Dodgers will also be sending out. Matthew Boyd, but I'm just going to acknowledge his name. Matthew Boyd of the Chicago Cubs. David Peterson of the New York Mets was called up. So shout out to David Peterson. He has been playing really well for the Mets as well. So is their closer, reliever Edwin Diaz, who has one of the best interests for a closer in the league. Jason Adam of the San Diego Padres, Randy Rodriguez of the San Francisco Giants, Robert Suarez of the San Diego Padres, Trevor McGill of the Milwaukee Brewers, and Adrian Moran of the San Diego Padres. So that rounds out your reserves, pitching and infielder-wise for the American League and National League All-Star game. That All-Star game again will be on Tuesday, July 15th on Fox. At Fox 5 on your local city time at about 7 p.m. whatever time Eastern time. That's what it's supposed to be, as it will be in Truist Park, home of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, ATL shouted. You know what I mean? But that was dope for the weekly rundown of what's going on and recaps and stuff like that. Now we got the shining stars. Players that we need to look out for. Where we're gonna do it. The MLB's pick of the shining stars, whoever they pick their players of the week, and then we're gonna have. I'm gonna pull up the pictures of Nate's shining stars, the ones that he picked himself. That who he feels that you need to highlight, look at, and pay attention to.
We're gonna let as we did last week. We'll let Jay, because he can see it a little better than I can. Read off the stats for those players that the MLB chose.
Okay, players of the week. We got George Springer. All right, George Springer right now has 12 hits, 5 home runs, and 13 RBIs this week. So yeah, he had to do a drug test. Michael Bush and Zach Wheeler of the Cubs and the Phillies. Michael Bush plays for the Cubs. Zach Wheeler plays for the Phillies. Now, right now, Michael Bush is on a 3-home run game on 7-4 on the 4th of July, and Zach Wheeler has a 17 IP, 1 R, 0 BB, and 22 strikeouts. Yo. So yeah, both those gentlemen, definitely all three of these gentlemen had to take a drug test after the end of their game because they are playing amazing. And since they passed their drug test, the MLB have named them the players of the week. So Nate, do you want to give the actual breakdown of why these players are playing exceptionally dope? You know, besides me doing my hating ad libs.
Well, sure for George Springer, like the entire Toronto Blue Jays team, they have been on a hot streak. Toronto, because just a couple weeks ago we were talking about Toronto possibly being traded, breaking up their team of George Springer, Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. But that team has really rallied over the last couple weeks. Of course, sweeping the Yankees during that series and taking over first place. And with them, they've been. Toronto was playing well. They went up to 11 games in a row before they finally lost. They're playing really well right now, and that's a team that we're going to see if they can keep their momentum up second half of the season. Michael Bush has been great for the Chicago Cubs all season. He's been one of the constant hitters along with him and Suzuki. Huh?
I'm gonna be real with you real fast. I want to hate on the Blue Jays because why they got a red jersey, bro? I'm not feeling it.
That jersey that they wore that day was in honor of Canada Day. So that's why they were wearing that jersey that day.
I mean, I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't hating on Canada because they are neighbors, and I'm scared of a moose, so they got it.
You scared of a moose? He said a moose.
Yeah, I'm scared of a moose, bro. They don't send me down a rabbit hole of talking about a moose show. I'm really scared of them. They ain't nothing to play with. But yeah, Nate. So Michael Bush and Zach Wheeler, they also been they've been styling on them right now.
And Zach Wheeler's been around for years. He's been doing this year in and year out over the years. For Philadelphia, he's one of their top pitchers. Unfortunately, I mean, he's making the conscious decision because he's thinking about the team overall. So that's why he's not going to pitch during the All-Star break. Rest his arm up, so Philly can make that run in the second half of the season to try to win the division. As you know, your beloved Mets are on their heels right now, a game and a half out. So they need everybody to be manned up at 100% going into that second half of the season.
So they really think that this Wheeler dude is gonna help him. It's gonna save him.
Well, he has helped him for all these years. Wheeler is a top pitcher. He always has been. I'm not saying he's the main guy, but he's one of the top pitchers on their team.
Listen, next time they see our Mets, they getting smoked. That's all I'm saying. And I hope Wheeler's pitching, all right? Because he gonna regret not going to the All-Star game. This is gonna be your last season, buddy. You should have went to the All-Star game.
And in that time, I'm gonna ask our host to give a quick plug, real quick. I'll be right back in about 10 seconds.
All right, let me stop sharing this real fast, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Art's not here either, so I guess I'm free. I'm gonna do a cameo in the commercial. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we got the. Oh, there he is. So Art, would you like to discuss and talk about your upcoming show that we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks and what the people can expect to see on your broadcast?
So basically, like I was saying, a couple weeks ago, it's basic fitness tips, man, and basic fitness tips for longevity, man. And as males over 40, especially black males over 40, get your checkups. You know what I'm saying? Get your screenings. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you catch early, you can beat. And that includes, diabetes. Get your prostate checked, keep your prostate healthy. Those types of things.
I don't know, Arthur. You over there talking about telling niggas to get a finger stuck in their ass. I mean, stuck in their behind. Check your prostate, get a finger in your butt.
It's a touchy subject, but hey, let that pride go, man. Pride comes before the fall. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna trip down a whole flight of steps. Yo. Don't stick no finger. I don't want no banana in the tailpipe. Now, all jokes aside, I'm just joking around. I'm being super silly. Health is what. Yeah, health is really your wealth. Yo, I know people say it as a gimmick, as a joke, but everything you do in your life stems from your health. If you're not healthy, you can't go outside to make money. If you're not healthy, you can't sit there and fellowship with your family and whatnot. And it costs too much to be sick, yo.
It does.
Like it costs a lot to be sick. Okay, going to the doctor, taking medicines, and you just better off just doing the right thing. And I know I'm not the poster child to be talking about health because I drink a lot of soda and I drink a lot of juice. But believe it or not, I do walk a lot, I do run a lot, I do exercise. Like yesterday, as a matter of fact, I took over 11,000 steps. So yeah, y'all, I stay busy, I stay active, all right. But yeah, stay tuned to that upcoming show that we'll be doing in the next couple of weeks. You'll get some good valuable information. But right now, we're gonna go back to the Shining Stars video. To the Shining Stars clip. And now we have Nate's pick of the Shining Stars.
And as Jay pulls that up, I'm also going to say I did miss one info on the news. Playing for 5 years, the Baltimore Orioles, Brian Baker was traded by the Orioles for a competitive first round pick, the 37th pick. I mean, not the first round pick, but the 37th pick to the division rival Tampa Bay Rays. So Brian Baker is now with Tampa Bay Ray. He's been with the Orioles since 2022. He started his career out in Toronto. His record so far this year was 3-3 with an ERA of 4.12 with 2 saves and 50 strikeouts and 39 innings pitched. So we're going to see if the Orioles are going to make any more moves going forward, or whether they're wholesaling the team altogether and just starting over, or what. But Brian Baker is now moving on to Tampa Bay, who is now in third place, fighting for the division with the Toronto Blue Jays and the Yankees. Now moving on to our shining stars, and I think Jay, for everything he's done today, we're going to go with Byron Buxton, who is a Georgia native from Baxley, Georgia. He was born December 18th, 1993. He's at the age of 31 years old. He joined the Minnesota Twins in 2015 on June 14th. He's been with the Twins his entire career. He's been considered one of baseball. He was considered one of baseball's most talented and available players back in 2012 when the draft came up. Buxton's numbers with the Twins so far this year are he's got 77 hits with 285 at bats, 20 home runs with a batting average of 270. He has 53 RBIs, 17 stolen bases with an on-base percentage of 338, with an OPS of .881. For his career, which has all been with the Twins, he's had 2,899 at bats. He's had 716 hits, 153 home runs, and batting 247 with 406 RBI, and a total of 110 stolen bases. And these picks this week are all-star picks. Since it is All-Star Weekend, Byron Buxton is nominated to the All-Star team for his team, the Minnesota Twins. But it's got to be a homecoming for him, being that he is from the Georgia area. And then next up, we have James Wood of the Washington Nationals, born December 18th. No, sorry. I'm off. He was actually born September 17th, 2002 in Rockville, Maryland. He was drafted. He joined his debut with the Washington Nationals July 1st, 2024. Now, in his early life, he grew up in the area of Maryland called Olney, Maryland, and he did attend school in Washington D.C. Then midway through, he played basketball and baseball during that time, but then he transferred and went to IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, for his sophomore season. He committed to play college in Mississippi State before transferring to IMG. James Woods' current number, he is an outfielder for the Nationals. Current numbers are 99 hits, 24 RBIs, and 348 at bats with a batting average of 284. You got 59 RBIs and 12 stolen bases with a on base percentage of 387 and an OPS of 933. In his 2025 candidate 2025 year, he exceeded rookie limits during his 2024 season, and he's just added on to that this season. He's adjusted really well fast to the major leagues, and then along with him and CJ Abrams, they are really helping the Nationals to try to turn the fortune around for that team, and doing it in his home and doing it in his backyard in his hometown. I know that's got to be special for him. So those are my two shining stars for this week.
Nah, that's dope, man. We definitely look forward to the All-Star that's coming up, man, and everything that's gonna happen. Again, I know you over there hating Nick. You know, you think that the American League is gonna win, but we definitely know that the National League is gonna win. But y'all, that wraps up a wonderful, great show that we have for tonight, yo, with everything that we went on. Again, as always, yo, listen, Nate, we appreciate you. You know, you are MLB aficionado, the professional, the professor when it comes to this, the mastery of baseball and stuff like that. So just again, thank you. Your Arthur, we want to say thank you again for tapping in and tuning in tonight, joining us in the virtual man cave, yo. We do, you know. So before we close out the show, is there anything you want to let the people know, Nate?
All the All-Star festivities going on this weekend. We started with the HBCU Classic tonight. You got the celebrity game tomorrow. For those who fans of people like Drewski and Quavo, Candy Burris, and others, and so much more, they'll be in that All-Star game tomorrow. They have a home run derby type with a 3-on-3 tournament tomorrow as well. Which I'm kind of interested to see myself. And then all the other festivities from the draft to the home run derby on Monday, and then the All-Star game on Tuesday. So that should be something to look forward to. Also, don't forget as always, the AUSL games, the Women's Softball Pro League. They got games this weekend, July 11th to the 13th. You catch those on MLB Network and ESPN2 as well. And other than that, everyone have a great weekend and a safe weekend.
All right. Yeah, Art, you got anything for the people?
As always, keep God first. Everything else fall in place.
Hey, you know it. Listening before we get up out of here, yo, make sure you tap in, tune in tomorrow, son. Same channel, son, different time. But yo, it's gonna be the whole crew out here at the Virtual Man Cave Podcast. You got me, myself, Model Citizen J. You got MLB Nate the Great. You got the Panamanian Professor, aka the personal trainer, aka Luke Cage. You know what I'm saying? My good brother Arthur, he be there, and the rest of the crew, man. So please tap in and tune in. As always, man, we thank and appreciate everybody who tapped in and tuned into tonight's show. Like, comment, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and we see y'all tomorrow and next week, yo. We up out of here, yo. Peace.